say that like that.
Hey,
Please.
man, hey, I'm a Ninja Turtles fan, okay? I will ooze wherever I like.
This one drink that's not even bad, you won't drink. And I'm confused. I am in anger.
Good for you guys. I don't watch a lot of movies. I go outside. Okay?
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Too Many Words podcast. I am your host, Isaac William Joseph. Across the way from me is my best friend, Jordan Van Cleve.
Why do you do that every time I wear shorts?
Because you got some meaty legs, man. I smack my leg just as much, bro.
I guess fair enough.
Just as loud, you know?
Fair enough.
Just
Fair
as
enough.
hard.
Fair enough.
The only difference is that I'm anticipating it, and then subconsciously my body's prepared for the pain that is coming. Thus, that is not as painful as when I slap you unexpectedly. That is how psychology works.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that. I might have just looked very stupid right then and there, but
You
I
smell
think
like
it
an
sounds right. What?
You smell like an orange.
Is it like a delightful orange?
Yeah, it smells like orange.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Sure, it smells like orange.
Man, like before I go on a date, I should just eat 5 cuties. And then like she'll be like, he was lovely. It was a very tropical experience. You know, I'll be wearing the sun hat and everything, and she'll be like, man, this guy smells like oranges. What's going on? Oranges and coconuts. What's going on here? Oh man, but yeah, today is a very special episode of the Too Many Words podcast. It's been a long overdue time since we last
today
reviewed a
is
movie.
Wednesday, July 22nd, and it's currently 11:17 p.m.
You know what our last movie review was? Michael.
I wasn't part of that.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been even longer since you've reviewed a movie, but
Good.
we are finally reviewing. I mean, if we're going to review a movie right now, Obsession. Obsession, man. It's like the movie of the summer, truthfully. Everybody's raving about it, you know. Obviously, as of this recording, The Odyssey's out. Jordan has zero plans on seeing The Odyssey, so if we review that movie at all, it's going to be reviewed with Marcellus. But before we get into the Obsession movie review, I know that I've probably already asked, and you are famously bad at giving explanations for your opinions. Why do you not like tomatoes? Because it tastes bad. Why does it taste bad? Okay?
It tastes like water. I don't want water, vegetable, well, fruit, whatever the hell it is.
But why do you have... Okay, it's gnarly. Okay, even if you take my bias of you have to go to the movies, and you love movies, and your life is movies, right? Because that's yes, my life is movies.
My life is not movies.
I know your life is not movies, but even if you take out that bias, Odyssey, with the exception of like Spider-Man and Dune and Doomsday, Odyssey is the most anticipated film of the year.
If you're into that.
If you're into that, but here's the whole aspect of it. I'm not into it either. Okay, I like Spartans. All right, I grew up with my dad's influence of just being a huge nerd for Spartans, and I'll tell you what. When I was watching Odyssey, it made me want to make a Viking movie. Truly, like the Odyssey, the quality and the level that is that.
You're playing into a stereotype with saying that you love Spartans. Shush it with your dad.
I'm playing into a stereotype?
Yeah.
What's
no,
the
it's
stereotype?
like the jock, the football heads, the whatever, right? They all like if they're ever gonna like something like that, it's Spartans because they're the big, mean, angry guys that like to fight and do stuff like that. You know,
they had the most strict qualifications for what made a Spartan, and so they became a exclusive group, much smaller than a lot of other armies, right?
I mean, you had to live in Sparta.
Also that, but like if you were like shorter than 5'9",
they were all shorter than 5'9".
No, they weren't.
Are you sure about that?
Maybe it was 5'8". All I know is that I'm not tall enough to be a Spartan.
You know, like back then everyone was like super short. You know that, right?
Yes, but like you know that you should pay attention in history class, and that's where I learned that.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I was not some dork who
I did pay attention.
heard
to
it from
history
my
class,
dad.
and I heard that from
Here.
not stereotypes.
Hey Google, this is really nice that we do this podcast in the office now, because the Google's like right here. Hey Google, were there height requirements to be a Spartan back in the day?
Spartan warrior, not just a Spartan.
Historians estimate that Spartan warriors were typically between 5 feet 6 inches and 5 feet 10 inches tall. There wasn't a formal documented height requirement like modern military standards. The Spartan phalanx formation required soldiers to be of a uniform size, so their shields would overlap perfectly to protect the entire line. Being physically fit and of a certain stature was a key part of their selection process.
Interesting. Was I lied to in school? Because I learned
I'm
that
telling
in
you-
school.
You may have heard it from like your classmates.
No, it was like a documentary that we were watching. I remember it vividly.
Okay, I believe
And
you.
going, wow, I'm not
That's-
tall enough to be a Spartan.
That's
Okay.
one of those things that's like fake history, fake news. That's not real.
Well, here's the thing. This is a Google Assistant, which is probably giving us
True.
the AI overview of things.
Probably.
We should probably stop doing that for the reliable sources. But either way, we'll leave it open-ended. What I'm saying is, one of your favorite movies of all time is Interstellar.
Yeah.
Why not see a Christopher Nolan movie?
Because I don't like that movie because Christopher Nolan made it.
What?
I like that movie because it's a good movie.
Yeah, but like, you know who is in charge of making the movie good?
Yeah.
The guy who gets the last say in what everything looks like, sounds like, is.
Cool. That's not enough for me.
Do you like any other Christopher Nolan movie?
No.
Really? Memento,
Never seen it.
Prestige,
Never seen it.
Insomnia.
Never seen it. I want to see Inception still. Still haven't.
Inception's got a cool concept, didn't it? Oppenheimer.
I liked Oppenheimer. Okay, I guess there's that. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. Shoot. What was before Oppenheimer? I know he did something like in
I mean,
2020.
we have numerous computers at our disposal. Let's find out.
Yeah. Just look up his filmography, I guess. But what I'm saying is just like, it just surprises me that you have, quote, zero interest in seeing it. And like,
Opera
it-
GX is starting to do this thing where like it just doesn't work.
here,
So,
I got Letterboxd in my hand. We can look it up.
well, I have the IMDb app. I'm just gonna do that.
That might be faster, actually.
Yeah.
You might beat me to the punch. Chris Nolan.
All right. So, I mean, the last one before this was Tenet, and I know that one also flopped pretty good.
A lot of people didn't like Tenet. A lot of people make fun of Tenet for not making sense.
I
all
think
this
that's like
stuff.
the point.
Yeah.
I do have
People say that Nolan had like a fascination with like the time concept or whatever, and he just wanted to make a movie about it.
I heard that was one of Nolan's like projects that he really wanted to make.
Yeah,
So like,
he just got like very experimental, and I think every director should try something super niche in like something that's from their heart.
yeah.
And apparently,
I did see some clips from it, and I do have interest in seeing that now.
a movie that I want to see of his that I have not seen is Dunkirk.
Yes. That was another one. That was the one that came out right after Interstellar. And I did want to see that. I do
Yeah.
still plan on seeing that at some point, but I have not yet.
So tell me again, what makes you not excited about the Dark Knight trilogy?
I was never really a fan of it. I liked Batman Begins. That's about it.
That's like the worst one of the three.
In my opinion, that's the only good one.
Whoa. Okay. Well, guys, leave all the hate comments.
I know that's a bit
To
of a
him,
hot take
if you
for
want.
sure, but like, I don't know.
That's crazy.
The Dark Knight it was too too creepy for me. That was my thing.
Okay. Got a
Um,
little bit dark. You weren't.
The Dark Knight Rises was pretty good. I did like that one with Bane and stuff.
Yeah. And it
Um,
blows up a football field and stuff like that. That's fun. It's
yeah.
fun.
So that one I did like that one, but not as much as Batman Begins.
I
Um,
think if you take the rogues gallery that is Batman villains are awesome, I think it is a very run-of-the-mill Batman trilogy.
I don't think so.
I don't think
I
it's
think
as
that's my
great
problem with
as
it.
like everybody else is saying, because everybody says like one of two answers for best modern trilogy ever. It's either Lord of the Rings or the Dark Knight trilogy. And I'm just, granted, I have not seen Lord of the Rings yet. Sorry, bossy. I'll get around to it. But I can't say that any of them are bad movies though. Maybe a little bit long, but that's coming from a guy who freaking loves the Batman.
But I've been saying that the Dark Knight, like I've said that I have not liked that since it came out. So
All right. He hated on it even when it was the new kid on the block.
yeah,
So
just was not my cup of tea.
you make me ponder.
You really thought I was a Christopher Nolan fanboy, didn't you?
I thought so.
No,
I mean,
I just
who-
really like
Who
Interstellar.
can blame anybody that's a big Christopher Nolan fan, you know?
Eh.
He makes good movies. He does. He's a writer-director.
Yeah,
Writer-directors always, well, at least for the most part, the upper echelon of writer-directors, they make more good movies than bad ones. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I think Insomnia is the only movie that he did not write out of his whole thing.
couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell you. But yeah, let's move on with it. You're weird for your opinions on Odyssey, in my opinion.
I mean, it's just not like a genre or like a thing I'm interested in, really.
But let's move on to another movie with an O that everybody's obsessed with. Obsession. Yeah. It is easily going to be the best horror film that comes out of 2026. And weighs up already as one of the best of the decade for horror films. A lot of people are like full sending this as like an amazing film. And it really is. It really is. And we're here to dissect it. God, it's been so long since we've done a movie review that I'm going to have to really take a second to look up in our notes our format for reviewing movies. Jordan, say something funny, man.
The pickle goes gobble gobble.
Thank you.
Broccoli.
Okay. Okay. So okay, so just a little bit of background. This movie is written and directed by Curry Barker, who is, nonstop talked about alongside Indy Navarrete in the making of this film because, this was super indie, $750,000 to make it. And, Curry, only 6 months older than me, made a very impressive film for how old he is, and he should be praised for it. It's very impressive. But yeah, he wrote it, directed it. But yes, starring Indy Navarrete, Megan Lawless, who played Bear. Obsession cast. Cooper Tomlinson, and I'm really just gonna not remember the main character's name. Michael Johnston. I grew up near that town. Crazy. And that's your main cast, those 4 cats in the film. So yeah, casting those guys. Sorry if I feel a
Andy
little bit
Richter was in
choppy.
that. I didn't even notice.
Who?
Andy Richter.
Andy Richter.
He's a pretty.
I don't remember him in it.
Neither do I, but he's like.
I guess he must have been like the store owner for the music.
Maybe that's my guess.
Yeah.
He played Carter.
Carter.
Interesting.
So, Jordan, in 1 or 2 sentences, how would you summarize this movie? Pitch this movie to someone asking about it.
The tagline. Oh, not the tagline. Careful what you wish for, because you just might get it.
Yeah, be careful
Like-
who you wish for.
Yeah, that really sums up this movie very well, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Guy wishes for a girlfriend, regrets it.
Well, yeah. He wished for like a lot more than that.
Yeah. Poor word choice. Okay. Careful word choice probably would have saved him from a lot of things. But this is your spoiler warning. Okay. I don't know why you clicked on an Obsession review if you haven't seen Obsession yet. But maybe you like us, but tread, be wary. Okay. But that's no matter how he worded it, it still wouldn't have been the real Nikki. Isn't that weird to think about?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, let's see. Let's get into interview quotes, facts, any background stuff that you wanted to tap on before we dive into this?
Dude started out making skits on the internet. Something I told Isaac to do numerous times, and he didn't listen to me, you know? All right, that's all I gotta say.
After this script's done, we're going to start doing skits. You're not an actor in them, though.
Oh, good.
You're a horrible
I'm not an actor.
You're a horrible actor.
I mean, if I really
Marcellus
put
and
effort
I-
into it, I could, but
Marcellus has repeatedly told me that he will be my Cooper. You know what I mean by that?
no. Yeah.
Why does that make you feel bad?
Makes me jealous.
He's an actor. Marcellus has been in short films.
Nah.
He's always wanted to create and tell stories and all that stuff. And it's always been within me to start doing skits. It's just I've always been like, well, I don't got time, blah, blah, blah. And I would honestly start feeling guilty if I started writing skits before the script's finalized. But once the script's finalized, him and I have talked about it. If I get a Monday to Friday day job, bro, we're making skits every weekend. Every weekend. And we're going to keep making them until we have like 20 logged in, right? And then we'll just start releasing them every other day, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Are you okay? Do you need a
No.
moment to process your broken
Stop
heart?
holding my boob.
Sir, that is a peck, if I ever seen one. You been working out? Feels like it. Mm.
All right, Mr. Orange Man. Smells like oranges,
Oh, yeah.
specifically on those fingers.
Oh, I'm sure. I probably got the whatever it is under my nails. But yeah, I mean, the movie is so popular with what happened behind the scenes and what the director and the cast has to say. If you're interested in that, you're not going to hear it from us, or it's going to move past. Everybody's heard 26-year-old makes a banger for under $1 million, very profitable, stuff like that.
I did want to address something that I guess a couple people saw, but no one said anything. I shaved my face literally in the time that you were gone.
Nice.
Yeah, you didn't even notice.
Well, yeah, you were just always Jordan.
All right.
You're not my wife. Sorry, I didn't notice. We've already established.
Like I changed my entire face, my guy.
I'm not a very observant person.
All right.
You know this.
Yeah. It's true.
My second job ever. My my boss looks at me. He's like, "You're not very observant, are you?" I'm like, "Nope, I just do. You know, I just do." But yeah, it looks good. Very handsome. I'd kiss you. Anyways, what are the parts? Before we get into the parts that we liked, because I feel like that outweighs the parts that we didn't like, right?
Yeah.
let's get into the parts that
Sure.
we didn't like first. You, sir, besides the entire fact that you're not a big horror movie fan, what are some things that just you didn't like on a technical aspect or a storytelling aspect? Like, what were you just like,
The movie.
So, it's been a very long time since Jordan's probably seen a scary movie of any sort, actually.
Tell you what I'm very excited for is They Follow, the sequel to It Follows.
It Follows has almost always been his one and only exception on horror films.
I'm very nervous of seeing it for sure, but like, because that movie freaked me the fuck out. Absolutely, but I liked it a lot. It was good, so I am looking forward to that.
So, what is keeping you from liking Obsession, say, as much as It Follows?
Genuinely, it's not a bad movie. It's not. It is pretty well done. And the acting is good. The writing is really good. It's all very impressive, considering who it came from. Not saying he's like, a piece of shit or something like that. I'm just saying like,
It's his second feature film.
yeah, that, and he's 27 now, right?
Yeah.
This dude's younger than me. Like,
Yeah, and he's already putting out the standard for what we should expect coming into theaters,
yeah. And it felt very much like a modern horror movie. It felt very much like a Jordan Peele movie. Honestly, it did.
Yeah. I want to
And
movies like that, damn it.
That type of thing, that type of horror, that type of scary, well, really horror in general, but that specifically type is not my cup of tea.
What, like scary, has its own recognizable aesthetic,
Yeah,
but has funny nuggets?
kind of. Yeah,
I find that to be like Jordan Peele horror movies,
Yeah.
where it has funny nuggets,
Yeah.
Is that your exit?
no, that's scary actually.
Oh, Gareth. My phone probably. Yeah. He just
Um,
liked a text of yours. That's it.
Yeah,
but yeah.
so that's pretty much it. Like, it just
You're just not a scary movie
if
guy.
I had to pick out something specific, the flow of the movie did not feel good. Not the
Really?
pacing, not the pacing.
Okay.
The
so,
flow.
So let's just
About how it moved through the story.
let's describe the difference then. What do you
Pacing
mean?
is specifically about how fast or slow the movie moves.
Yeah. I do think, and you
It's like-
probably agree, the
think-
pacing's great.
Pacing is like
Lots of stuff happened in
how
like
many
the hour
steps
and a
you
half.
take per minute. The flow is like where those steps are.
Sure.
That's how I view the difference, right?
I mean, it's definitely an example of, well, that escalated quickly. Is that what you're talking about? there?
kind of. Not. I mean,
Do you think it went
It-
too far too soon, or what's
no.
up?
Like it got to the point, and that's perfectly fine. I'd
Because I think
almost
it's like
encourage that for a lot of
perfect
movies.
staircase for the craziness. You know?
Yeah, like no, like it did good. Like it started very early, but that's like that's in my opinion that is a good thing. Like you get to the point of the movie very early on. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But like just I don't know. It felt like it was a lot of the same for a long time.
The same.
Like she would be weird and then she would freak out and then he would act like nothing happened. And that happened like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, so you think it's just
It's like it didn't feel like he
a little
was,
bit of a cycle for a little bit in the middle there.
yeah, it just kind of felt like he wasn't like actually paying attention to the movie he was in. Or it felt like you said, like no real character development. I wouldn't really say that's what I'm talking about specifically, but it's really close to it. It didn't feel like he was doing what a person would do in this situation.
Like I was saying, as soon as she killed somebody, call the cops.
Yeah.
Like, dude, call the freaking cops. Okay, she might kill a cop in that process, but like she's not. She never hurt him. She never harmed him. She always harmed herself or others around him.
Yeah.
So she wasn't going to stop him from calling the cops.
Yeah.
I mean, in his situation, I wouldn't call them in front of her, but like catch her sleeping, call the cops,
I think the difference was that he did still really care about this person.
Yeah. Love makes you do irrational things.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really glad that the movie actually, I think a lot of really good movies, when you're writing them, you should consider what the audience would think of for a solution, right? In this movie, he does exactly that. Doesn't call the cops, but he tries to get one of his friends to make a wish that counteracts the original one.
I
think that was a great progression and where the story should go.
Is that a predictable idea? Absolutely, but that's honestly that's
what should happen.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you're not only being logical and working with your audience, but also you're still playing with the rules of the universe and expanding on it, even though I definitely even though it would not have fit in the movie at all, just seeing some sort of outcome for the $1 billion suddenly in his buddy's freaking lips.
See, that I'll admit that's something I didn't like either, that he got $1 billion and then she fucking shot him. Like, I was like, okay, what was the point of all of that?
That's the thing. Like, I think Curry and Cooper helped write it a little bit too. I think they did a really good job of making us feel the loss in the movie. Well, I'm kind of already flowing into the parts that I liked, simply because some parts he didn't like, I maybe have liked, and vice versa, stuff like that. But I really do love that it's been a while for me to see someone die in a movie and I actually give a damn. It's like, oh, they're gone. All right, proceed. But like, it's the person I feel the most bad for is Sarah. Dude, she got accepted into college and she never knew that she even got accepted into college because her brains are all over her front dash. That is insane. That is insane, dude. And wow, how brave and like eager to make such a scene at that level of independent, It was well done. Very well done. And those moments that we get before and after bad things happen, those are needed when for us to give a damn, right? Goes back to what I was saying, but yeah. But going back to him getting $1 billion and then dying, damn it, he didn't even spend a single dollar of it yet. He was a billionaire for the rest of his life.
Now, and I feel like they weren't clear enough of whether or not that was a consequence of the wish. You get $1 billion, but you die, or like that was just like what happened because like he just went to his friend's house.
Honestly, that might be one of the safest wishes you could ask, because I feel like there is a situation where there are some wishes that don't have consequences. Well, we always see consequences isn't in a negative light. The pure definition of consequence is just the result of your actions, good or bad. But negative repercussions, I feel like there'd be nothing with being a billionaire except for everybody online calling you a horrible person because you're a billionaire. I'd like to think not all billionaires are evil, but like, what are you doing? Spend your money.
Most billionaires don't actually have $1 billion.
I know, right? It needs to get like liquefied and all that, right? So I know what they mean when they say, I don't have like $1 billion in the bank, right? But like, it's the value of the companies you own and all this and blah, blah, blah. We're getting sidetracked. But I understand. But I think you just don't like that because it was a big letdown because you're by design supposed to be let down by it.
I guess, yeah.
It's a horror movie. This is not a happy ending movie.
I mean, no, I don't.
Not at all.
I do not.
What did you
expect it to
think
be.
of the ending? Let's talk about that.
What did I say?
I'm not repeating it. It's 2 cuss words, and the second one's a donkey.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'd like you to repeat the
was,
quote. The most what?
I've sweared enough in this episode. I don't know. It was not a fulfilling ending for me, for sure.
Yeah.
I would have rather one of 2 things happen.
Hold me.
They both die, or they're both obsessed. Right?
If you want that, go watch the movie together.
Because like now she has to deal with all of that.
Yeah.
She's going to prison.
Yep.
Because there's no way to prove that she didn't do any of that. Because technically she did.
She literally did. Her body and mind did that.
Or not her mind. That's
Her
the thing.
soul didn't.
But like yeah, that's pretty much it. Like the ending is just, it didn't feel resolute enough for me.
I went and got concessions right before the movie. Guess who I saw?
Who'd you see?
Alvaro.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Actor and friend of our main character in my short film Marketplace that is not available to watch anywhere right now unless you find a secret page on my website, which it's not so secret, apparently. It comes up in the Google search when you look up Skullstone. It's kind of bullcrap. But I talked to him. I was like, "Hey, man, I'm like one of the last people to see Obsession." He's like, "Yeah, you are." I'm like, "What you think of the movie?" He's like, "It's carried by the music, but the girl, amazing acting performance." And what really stood out to me, I mean, everybody talks about her facial expressions, right? She's got good range with all that. Played 2 sides of who she was really well. Was a very convincing crazy girlfriend throughout the whole thing. But what was really the icing on the cake for me was she cried in 2 different ways in the ending of the movie. She was crying because she lost her boyfriend as Freaky Nikki, and then she started crying because she came to as normal Nikki, seeing what just happened. And it's a distinct difference. That is impressive. What is this? Oh, I know. What kind of lawyer misspells do, by the way? That's the wrong do. Am I talking to an idiot?
I think so.
I want to get a shirt similar to the F Timmy P shirt, something like that. And I want to wear it on the podcast for a year, and we say nothing about it. Just wear it on the podcast, right? He can't be the only guy with that name. That's a generic ass name. Anyways, sorry guys, it's the lawyer after my lawsuit. He's a fucking dyke. Let's just be honest. But you know, he's just doing his job. I understand. I used photos that I did not make money off of, but apparently someone had a problem that I was using them. You know, and essentially, I understand if you're the photographer for those photos, but like, you were 4 years late, dog. Come on, what's the deal? Anyways, good job, Indy, for that acting performance. It was really well done. Really good acting out of everybody. All right, truly. Bear did a really good job. I found out he admits that in the opening scene at the bar, he forgot his contacts that day, and that's why he looks so deery-eyed in the scene. Do you remember that? Yeah, he couldn't see anybody. He couldn't see past this.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, Curry Barker,
I did appreciate his role in the movie.
he's the phone call guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something that Curry Barker has mastered that I have not yet, and I'll probably won't figure it out until I actually start doing those skits. And they say that it's different for every director, right? You got to find your own rhythm of dialogue. Curry Barker has mastered a really good back and forth in two people talking.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
That's probably his thing.
It's like Tarantino levels, because Tarantino is famous for genius dialogue. And, you know, Curry for several years has been just practicing dialogue and conversations that just feel real, feel natural, right? And so
Oh, I just crapped my pants.
like why do you gotta do that? Why are you the worst?
What do you mean?
Did you not? Did you actually?
No.
Okay.
I was quoting his skit.
Oh, gotcha. What is like your favorite skit of Curry's?
That one.
That one? I
I've
don't know
only
if I've
seen like
I don't know
three,
if I've
probably,
seen
but
that one.
It's like one of his most famous ones.
I really like the State Farm one.
I think I do know it. I don't know.
So it's where Curry figures out that when he says the State Farm jingle, an agent shows up.
Oh yeah.
And then it's Cooper, right? And then just Curry just starts summoning him for literally any time he needs help for anything. And it ruins his life. He's like, bro, I was going to propose to my girlfriend. And then he finally like summons him and he immediately punches him in the face. He's like, I've been doing that for the last 4 hours because I knew you were going to summon me eventually. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Marcellus and I, we're going to start doing that. Marcellus is definitely going to be the reason why they're funny, but I'm going to be the reason why they get done. And that's all I care about.
Remember the first time you tried having me act for you?
For some reason, every time you act in any situation, you get a smolder on your face. Like the eyebrows go up and the corner smile goes up. And he's like some kind of, I'm a cool guy kind of deal. And what's funny is that none of these are cool guy roles.
That shit's the bibble.
Like legit, most of the time, I just need you to be yourself. And then all of a sudden, Jordan's smoldering alter ego shows up whenever I need him to recite lines in any situation.
You get Jordan when I'm an actor, you know? Jordan.
Oh my gosh, James, can you please like clip this moment? I gotta see how I could turn that into a short. Oh my goodness. Oh man, that's funny. But what was I talking about now? Oh yeah. So Curry being so good at good dialogue and good back and forth pacing, not only is that good for the movie, but it's good for the actors and their performance.
Yes.
And so 90% of good directing is just knowing how to lead your actors. You know, obviously the budget's going to show with how good everything else is. But truly, there's two things that can make or break your film. Post-production, because I've been there, and the acting level. Nothing can take you out of it faster than bad acting, truly. And Curry, bro, good job. Seriously. There's very few things that I did not like about this movie. I don't know if I can name something I didn't like about this movie. It doesn't make it a perfect movie. I don't think it's a perfect movie. Nice. I like that.
It's in GTA 5.
That's a picture in GTA 5. That's impressive. You're really good at derailing.
Yeah.
Let's say, I don't know, and this might be an unfair critique because it's literally his second feature, but like it didn't seem the world building wasn't, it wasn't like a big world building movie, right? What are you doing, Facebook?
My high school advisor just updated her profile picture, and it's her and I'm assuming her son, which is now the same height as her. Jesus, I've been out of high school for a long time, man.
It has been 10 years.
Anyways, she just posted, changed her profile picture, and it's the same arch that I took my pictures at when I went to Arches National Park. It was like, whoa. Because we only stopped at one arch, so like
it's the same. What are the odds?
Yeah.
What are the odds?
Yeah. What are the odds?
But anyways, I don't think the movie needed a lot of world building, but like, I don't know. It was such an encapsulated situation of a movie, But I will say it's a natural progression. Like, it's a great story. It's a great original film. Going back to what you said, maybe it jumped too early into the creepiness, right?
No, I thought it was great.
You thought that part was great?
Yeah.
Okay. What were you talking about? Doing stuff too early in the movie?
No, I said that was good.
You said it was good.
Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't that like the first thing when we were talking?
No,
about...
I said the flow of the movie.
Okay. Interesting.
You didn't pay any attention to anything I fucking said, did you?
That's a very insulting assumption.
Well, I mean, either that or you just like forgot already.
No. It's called a misinterpretation.
I guess. I mean, I said it numerous times that the pacing was...
I didn't say anything about pacing.
Pacing was great, and that I thought it was really, really good.
I didn't say anything about
that
pacing.
They did the spooky stuff really early on, and they got straight to the point, right?
Okay. I thought you brought up how you didn't really like that, but like you accepted it.
No, I thought that was great.
All right. Anyways, I would say now it's simply because I'm a James Gunn fan type of director where every character needs development, right? Nobody became a better person, but that's not the point of this movie. Nobody kind of changed as a person.
Hey, we don't know what happened.
But that's not the point of this movie.
We don't know what happened to Nikki after that.
I'd say the only ways that you can complain about this movie, I think there's a clear answer for why that is, So like you can't really shake a stick at this movie. It's a great one. Is it the greatest horror film of all time?
No.
I say give it some time. I say we got to see how timeless this movie is, I'm still a very big Barbarian fan.
I genuinely think the greatest horror movie of all time is probably the original Halloween or the original Nightmare on Elm Street. One of those two is going to be absolutely on top.
I can't get around to horror movies that are that old. Just because they just seem boring.
Well, sure, if you view them now from like our perspective,
yeah,
they're cheesy,
we're
they're corny, they're stupid.
We're
right?
kind of like privileged now.
But genuinely, the legacies that each of those have built, like, poof, like, or even like the original Exorcist, like.
The original Exorcist is still crazy, though.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
The Exorcist still hits.
It really does, actually. Honestly, I think that probably goes to that one. Then.
Imagine directing. It probably is. I mean, that's a lot of people's greatest all time.
Is it
probably
old?
My dad's.
Yes.
I think it's my dad's.
Is it still freaky as frick? Yes.
Yeah, imagine telling like a 13-year-old, hey. It's funny because it happened in this movie, too. Hey, 12-year-old girl. I'm going to need you to pee on the carpet right here. That's crazy. Unless they used water, but it's so much easier to just, hey, piss yourself right there. Imagine. Oh man. Okay. But yeah, give it some time. I definitely think it might be like a top 5 in the 2020s for horror movies. And when it comes to box office, it's a top 1. It's a really popular movie, and I'm really glad to see how popular it is.
Iron Lung did pretty dang well too.
Wait, what?
I said Iron Lung did pretty dang well too.
Iron Lung, it's interesting. It made hundreds of $1 million less, and it was more than 3 times the budget. But that's that Markiplier movie, and also Markiplier. If Markiplier made a movie, let's say 5 to 10 years ago, it'd probably make even more money.
I think that's when he started working on this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a long time, especially when it's self-funded and self-produced.
About 5 years ago, I think, yeah.
What I love most is movies like that are proving to studios that they can take a chance on a dumbass like me.
Yeah.
Oh, there's this young guy who's made an original concept of a movie, and it looks pretty good. Let's take a risk, you know? That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be really nice, actually. Blumhouse. You know my number, bro. No, you don't. Well, go to theskullstone.com if you wanted to say hi. You know, I'm a call away, or I'm an email away. Hey, oh yeah. The Skullstone Instagram has over 3,000 followers now. Isn't that incredible, Jordan?
Yeah.
It's got 3,200. We hit 3,000 yesterday, and now we're at 3,200.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hitting them strides, you know. It's good.
Yeah. The Gen Z video is almost at 30,000 views.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What? Do more of that.
I'm thinking about like doing a lightsaber vid every time I need them to listen, you know? It's like, hey, this is a run-of-the-mill daily post.
Go record 5 minutes of Subway Surfers, cut it up into minute-long sections, and then, like, just use that every once in a while.
Yeah, right. I would hate to do it every time because it would get old really fast for some of our...
Once in a while.
Just like once in a while when I got some really important stuff to say, you know? But as I was saying, let's go back to the format. Awards. Let's do awards because I've just been on like a monologue for too long now, praising this movie.
Yeah,
Good
you
job,
have.
Curry.
And I wish you would shut the frick up.
Jordan, best acting in this movie.
I don't think it's the lead for sure.
It's not Bear, but like just because I feel like he got overshadowed by
I don't know.
Indy.
I didn't think he was that great, to be honest.
Here's the thing. Even though I just got done praising Curry's dialogue, I feel like Bear said a lot of the same stuff throughout the movie. Do you get that feeling?
Yes. That's what I was saying.
Okay. Like just now?
Like earlier, like it felt like he was in a loop, right?
Oh, okay. So not just a situational loop, but in a dialogue loop, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, how many times can you tell your girlfriend, hey, stop doing weird stuff?
It's either Indy or Cooper, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
I think, and maybe it's because I've seen Cooper in enough skits that I just am familiar with his acting style. But he felt like the weakest out of the 4, in my opinion.
I thought that Megan Lawless was the weakest.
Really?
Yeah.
I think she got the least amount of screen time easily.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think the script demanded a lot out of her.
No, it didn't.
So didn't you really give her a chance? But I think for when she was on screen, she's one of the most believable characters. I think that was just Cooper being Cooper for some of the scenes too.
I mean, yeah, I agree with that as well.
But yeah, I mean, Indy, the girl who played Nikki, everybody's talking about her. It has to go to her, right?
Yeah.
That just makes sense.
She was in the Superman Lois TV show.
I did see that. I don't know. I don't remember from where, but like someone talked about her IMDb and I saw that. I was like, no freaking way. Imagine being in TV shows like that and you're still like having like a regular day job.
That was like a pretty big production, actually. That one specifically, for some reason, was like
Homegirl's got experience on the set.
Like they put a bunch of money into the Superman and Lois TV show because it was getting ridiculous ratings for TV.
Sick. Best scene.
$1 million.
Why? I thought you didn't like that part. Or that you didn't like the result of that
I
part.
didn't like the result, but that scene specifically was pretty funny.
I'd like to say the back and forth there was really good because like he didn't take it serious. That was probably the peak of Cooper's of acting in the whole movie was that scene because he's like, I wish for $1 billion. And he's like, what? Oh man. But whoa.
Sorry, I didn't know my volume was even
Yeah?
up.
Yeah.
Thought it was down.
So how much of this podcast are you going to be like occupied with other stuff?
I'm getting bored, man.
Bored? This is Too Many Words podcast. This is the most exciting thing that you do.
Touch grass.
You don't touch grass.
Like.
Thanks.
These are Grandpa's posts.
Grandpa shared it. Papa shared it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm tied between two scenes that are done really, really well. And the scenes are actually back to back in the movie. So maybe I just love this sequence of scenes because I could even like the third one that happens like right after, But they're equally messed up, but for different reasons. And it's the scene where he's about to go see Sarah in her car, right? But before he leaves, Nikki's talking to him from the bed, but freaky Nikki is sleeping and real Nikki's trying to talk to him. And she's talking about how she wants him to kill her because she's living in a personal hell. And that's when the audience finds out, oh, like the real her is still here and she's just subconsciously having to ride the sidecar in all this craziness and she would rather be dead. And, there's actually a little bit of that element in the Brainwashed People in My Cult movie where you don't have any control over your body, but you see everything and you feel everything and you hear everything. It's insane. That is a personal hell. And he executed that really well, actually. I pray to God that I have the same impression for the Brainwashed People on My Cult Compound. Anyways, let's see. The freaking scene that follows that, obviously, anybody who's seen this movie, Obsession, bro, I woke up the next morning thinking about this scene.
Yeah.
Right? And that actually like says a lot about how much I actually do like this movie. Because it like what I was talking to you about, like I'm gonna have to give it some time to think about how good this movie is, right? But I was thinking about this scene where they're talking about college and just him and Bear and Sarah, and then out of just nowhere, you'll never forget this. Nikki breaks through the window with a freaking brick and bam, 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 bam. And nothing about this is short. She probably bangs her head against that like 20, 25 times, bro. Until there's nothing left.
Yeah.
How did you feel in that scene, bro? You're not a gory guy, and that's probably the worst of it in the movie.
I like gore. There's nothing wrong with that. I just don't like senseless gore, I guess.
Okay. I think that's pretty sensible, actually. That's actually one of the most rationalized acts of violence in the movie.
The entire time I was waiting for something like that to happen, and then it happened much closer to the end.
Yeah.
And
what if Freaky Nikki got jealous, And the build-up's great, like the party, and she was sitting next to him, and even in the beginning, like at the very beginning, hey, Sarah kept on asking about you, like there was steps to this moment.
No, it just made me sad.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like it makes you so depressed.
Soda.
Yeah.
I like soda.
Nice. But yeah, dude, that is how horror movies should make you feel. It took me back to when I was a kid and I couldn't handle horror movies yet. Before I was jaded, bro. This took me back to before I was jaded. And like, that's impressive because I've seen a lot of messed up stuff and I've listened to a lot of messed up stuff, and that's why I'm going to make some messed up stuff. But that movie, that scene, impressive. So the award goes to, I don't know, co-winners in that one. That and $1 billion. Let's see. Best line in the movie.
I don't know.
There's actually a lot of good lines. A lot of good lines, actually. Very creative lines. A lot of stuff stood out where you're just like, ooh, that's good.
Honestly, I don't know. Like, genuinely, I don't know.
I talked to you about this yesterday. Can I answer?
Sure.
The foreshadowing that's done in that car ride where Bear's taking Nikki home before she turns into Freaky Nikki, right? Where she talks about her writing and she needs to fall in love with her writing and she doesn't feel love right now. He's like,
she didn't say she was falling in love with her writing. She wants to feel love or fall in love or feel love so that she can write about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know exactly how she said it, but you know what I'm saying. But he's like, oh, so you're writing a romance? She's like, it's not a romance, it's a love story. And he's like, isn't that the same thing? And her saying, I think best line goes to her saying, it's not a romance, it's a love story. Because what did I tell you yesterday?
Because the movie is not a romance, it's a love story.
Obsession is a love story, but in no means, by no means, is it a romantic movie. Oh, man.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. But,
all right, let's move on.
Well, don't you have an answer?
Homie, we've been recording for 58 minutes.
Yeah, that's like
movie reviews are supposed to be 45. We agreed on that. You and me both
When was
did.
the last time we actually did a 45-minute movie review?
As far as I know, the last one. Last one I was a part of.
For what movie?
I don't remember.
Yeah, okay. Best shot in the movie.
You can really say any of them where she's just standing there and she's just dark.
Curry freaking loved her silhouette shots. You can't, it's never going to be a bad shot to do a silhouette shot. Truly. And he did that stuff throughout the entire movie. So, yeah. I mean, I showed you in my freaking storyboard that I plan on doing a silhouette shot in the next proof of concept. Silhouette shots are sick. But I think literally it's going to have to go with the very last shot in the movie. Or it's a long running shot of her crying, and then it just goes down and rotates upward at an upside down TV, and then it says written and directed by Curry Barker with the music. Hold me, kiss me. And I'm like, dude, what a finish. What a finish. What a final shot. I think that one. Because, like, the rest of the movie, let's get this thing straight. None of the shots are bad. None of the shots are even less than good, right? It's just that none of them was very experimental. A lot of like 99% of the movie was shot with very safe shots, you know, very natural shots, right? Those silhouette shots, although cool, very simple, nothing really out there. So the only thing that I think is a little bit creative was that last shot. That's my opinion. But Jordan, score this movie out of 100.
You know, 57.
Whoa. You like my short film more than this movie.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't like horror movies, dog.
Okay, but on a curve then.
I told you I didn't like the movie. But I respect and
Do you
see
think
that
it's a bad movie?
No, but I respect and see that it's a good movie.
Okay. Then
But
out
this
of
is a
you
personal
respecting
rating.
it, okay. Out of how well done you think the movie is out of 100?
I don't know, probably like 90,
I was thinking 90.
maybe more like 80. I don't know. 85.
I was thinking like high 80, low 90. But let's see. The story, I think the story is a 10, truly. Cinematography goes back to nothing really stood out, but it got the job done and it has a really cool aesthetic. I'm going to give that an 8. The writing, I'm going to give that a 9. The acting is an 8. Sound and music, really good. I think we're going to give both of those a 10 just because I feel like this movie would not, I mean, much like most horror films, really relies on good sound and good music. So we're going to give those both a 10. Character development, I'm going to give that a 5. Just not it, brother. Pacing, I'm going to give that a 9. The story developed exactly how it should have been. Would I like to see some other things have been done? Sure, but that's personal preference. We're going to give that a 9. The message of the movie, be careful who you wish for. It was a very clear, intentional telling of that. So we're going to give that a 10. And the heart score was a 90, so we're going to give that a 9. So, Jordan, you ready to do some math?
Yes.
Oh, he's got the calculator out already. Look at our chemistry. 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 8 plus 9 plus 8 plus 5 plus 9 plus 9 equals
Wait, what'd you give a 5?
character development.
Oh, okay. 88.
88. Perhaps I was too harsh on the character development, but 2-point gap. You boys still got it. Heck yeah. All right. This has been another movie review by the Too Many Words podcast with Isaac, Joseph, and Jordan Van Cleef. Hold it. We're almost done. Okay. Just wait. Jordan, who or what do you dedicate this podcast episode out
Go
to?
on. This podcast episode goes out to Bionicle. Yeah.
Sure. This podcast episode goes out to
Bionicle.
There's been a lot of stuff going on in my life. I think I'm gonna. This podcast episode goes out to my new Ford Taurus that is getting me places. It's the biggest blessing in my life in this current season right now. I really lucked out with it for the price that I got it for. Really thankful that I have that Ford Taurus, so Jordan could stop whining at me for the miscellaneous things that I have to do because I'm not driving his car anymore. So thank you, Ford Taurus. You've been a blessing in my life. So
Yes.
1, 2, 3, man.
Amen on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Amen.
Amen.